So we've arrived here at the Weathersfield trailhead. It's December 30th, 2008. A little windy today. The air temperature is probably about 25 degrees. Comfortable, and we're ready to hit the trail. It's hard to say exactly in these kinds of conditions what we should be using, snowshoes or crampons, but I'm assuming that there's been a lot of travel on this trail with snowshoes. Packed it down a little bit, so I'm going to use my crampons today. No exact science on actually how to tie these on. They're not exactly your lace-up variety. So we're all set to go. Are you waiting for me? So sometimes these crampons can be a little finicky, and need a few minutes to get them adjusted. Looks like Bentley's all set to go. Okay, buddy, just wait. And it's time to let Bentley go and find the trail for us. Go ahead, buddy. Go. Go. And so it's always hard to tell whether or not I should wear crampons or whether I should wear snowshoes. But it is a little icy under the snow today. There's a glazing of ice on the trail. And I think as we get up higher, we're going to find that it was a good idea to wear crampons. With boots on, even though the trail's packed, you tend to slip and slide all over the place. Crampons tend to keep your feet in place and keep you from sliding from side to side and up and down the trail. So I think I made a good choice. Let's continue. One thing about crampons is that you don't have to be an ice climber to wear them. It just makes walking on trails in these conditions a little easier. Come on, buddy. Go. Bentley's favorite place to be in the water. Although this water might be a little cold for him. I think so. Is that a little cold for you, buddy? Come on, let's go. Come on. Let's go. This might be a little tricky getting across the water with these crampons on. We'll do our best here. Maybe down here. Where it's supposed to be. Doesn't seem to bother Bentley much. Let's see, maybe I can jump across to that bank over there. What do you think, Bentley? Oop. A little mushy. There we go. Made it. So it looks like there's been other little varmints out here today. Little rabbit, perhaps. Little rabbit trail. And little rabbit hole right here. And because Bentley's so curious, whenever we come up here, he wants to wander over to the edge here and have a look over, but as you can see, it's pretty icy. He almost slipped here once and went right off the edge. So that's why I've got him on a leash here. And we're going to continue up the trail right there. Very icy. Could slip and fall and break your neck. Seems to be up for it. So we're going to head right up. We're going to head right up through there. You can see right up through those trees where the water pours over the edge. There's a little brook, and you can actually get on the top up there and look down. Got one leg stuck in the snow here, and he's just taking a little rest. Be careful next to the edge there. So I'm actually sitting on top of a boulder here, I guess, and I didn't want to go too much further because I'm not sure exactly this time of year where I'm going to be putting my feet. Let's go up and explore the top of this a little bit from the other side. So we're right at the top of these falls, and it's absolutely stunning today. We're going to make our way up around the falls, up there, and back down to the trail over here. In the meantime, we'll pass the other side of these falls. That's the head of the gorge right there. So if I was Indiana Jones, I would attempt to cross this log bridge, but I don't think I'm going to try that. You can hear how windy it is up here today. Little clearing coming in, right down into the gorge in the opposite direction that we were looking at before. So here's the brook that flows down into that gorge. And let's see if we can find a way across it. It's like a likely place right there. Let's see if we can try this. See if we can cross this log here. Crampons don't make you invincible, but they sure do help sometimes. Okay, let's go. Let's go for that side. Ready? You made it, Bentley. You getting tired? Come on, let's go. Come on, you getting tired? Come on. You ready? Let's go. Come on. Dog that likes the snow. Bentley's discovered the trail of a deer. Probably some deer scat. Absolutely beautiful up here today. We're just above the Weathersfield trail here on Mount Ascutney, and taking a little detour around this gorge, and we're going to try to find the trail again. I think it's in that direction. At this point, we're just above the gorge on the Weathersfield trail, I've never been to this location before. It's a surprise. There's an outcropping of rock over here. I'm going to try to make it to the top of that and see what we can see. At this point, I think we're looking south towards Springfield, Vermont. Let's go. And if you look closely enough, you can see Mount Monadnock down near Keene, New Hampshire, off in the distance. We'll see if we can zoom in and see it a little more clearly. It's just faintly visible. Bentley's also enjoying the view. Seems to like to find the highest rock he can and sit. There are several of these outcroppings off of the Weathersfield Trail, if you know where to look for them, which give you a great view south towards Springfield, Keene, New Hampshire, almost right down 91, although you can't see 91 from here. Let's continue on. The interesting thing about the Weathersfield Trail, or any of the trails here on Mount Ascutney, is the fact that there's such a variety of terrain. Here we're standing inside of a hemlock forest, heavy cover for deer, and there are a number of deer tracks, some very fresh up here, probably from last night. Bentley seems to be onto a few here, wondering what's going on. So we found our way back onto the trail. We're going to head down to this little lookout right here, which is just above the gorge, and head back. So once again, we're here on the Weathersfield Trail in Weathersfield, Vermont. Actually looking across probably 103 to Weathersfield, south to Springfield. And we're just above this gorge here that we passed about 5 minutes ago. And we're going to take a rest and have a little coffee. A little water too for you, right, Bentley? Okay. Okay. Want some water? Want some water? Here, buddy. Yeah, let's get some coffee out here. Well, I didn't think it was going to be such a beautiful day today, but as it turned out, it's gorgeous. Actually, one of Bentley's favorite things is coffee. Wait. I think he likes the sugar in it more than the coffee. Okay. We all set? A little more for me and we'll head back. Alright. All set, Bentley? Let's go. So the last thing we're going to do is make our way down this stairway here. Oh, come on, down this way. So the stairs are here, but you can't see them very well because they're covered with snow. I guess down here you can see them. A little icy too. A variety of trail conditions today, but I think the foot gear that works out the best are these crampons. Back down to the gorge here on the other side of the brook. Let's see what we can do here. And back down. One of the features here on the Weathersfield Trail is this pile of rocks. It doesn't look like much, but over the years it's become a bigger pile of rocks from hikers placing, I guess, what you would call lucky stones on here. Every time I come up, I try to place a stone, and eventually the pile builds. So today we'll place another stone, and the pile will continue to build. I made it back here to the trailhead on Mount Ascutney. This is the Weathersfield Trail. It's December 30th, 2008. Beautiful day here, about 25 degrees, a little windy, but it's sunny and gorgeous weather for a hike. Thanks for joining us.